Thanks to German virologist Harald, fewer people die from cervical cancer today. The researcher, who shared the 2008 Nobel Prize in Medicine with two colleagues for discovering the link between human papillomavirus (HPV) and cervical cancer, has now made another groundbreaking statement. He points to a potential source of colon and breast cancer that has shaken the scientific community. According to Hausen, two factors may significantly contribute to the development of a cancer-causing environment within the body. He warns that an overlooked virus in cows could potentially cause cancer in humans. In his research, Hausen has found experimental evidence supporting this hypothesis but emphasizes that further studies are needed to confirm it. Scientists have previously warned that consuming red meat, such as beef, horse, sheep, and pork, increases cancer risk. However, Hausen claims that not only beef but also cow's milk poses a danger. In regions like North America, Argentina, Europe, and Australia, where European cattle-derived beef and dairy products are consumed in large quantities, there is a high risk of colon and breast cancer. In contrast, lower rates of both cancers are observed in countries like Mongolia, Bolivia, and India, where primarily Asian zebu cattle and yaks in Mongolia are raised and consumed. Interestingly, in some Indian states where breast cancer rates were previously very low, there has been a noticeable increase in incidence, allegedly connected to the introduction and consumption of European dairy products. Similarly, Japan and Korea have experienced a dramatic rise in colon cancer rates following the production of meat products from imported European beef. In cow's milk and beef samples, scientists have identified 100 different types of viruses or infectious molecules called bovine meat and milk factors (BMMFs). BMMFs are active in human cells, replicating and producing proteins. Current data suggest that BMMFs enter humans at a young age, infecting and accumulating in colon immune cells that regulate the body's defense against infections. Long-term consumption may lead to chronic inflammation in the colon, damaging cells that can eventually become precursors to tumors. This typically results in an increased risk of colon cancer 40 to 70 years after the initial BMMF infection. Researchers hypothesize that BMMF infections likely occur in early infancy among children who are fed dairy products after weaning, at a time when their immune systems are not yet mature enough to combat pathogens. These children may develop immunological tolerance to BMMFs, which could later contribute to the development of certain cancers. The pathogens themselves are thought to cause chronic inflammation, which may trigger the development of cancer in the colon and breast tissue. The onset of the disease occurs decades after the infection, meaning that BMMFs have an indirect cancer-causing effect. Should we abstain from consuming milk and beef to reduce cancer risk? Since adults' blood has been found to contain BMMF antibodies, avoiding milk and beef consumption in adulthood would likely have little effect. Hausen believes this is because adults already carry the infection. Vaccinating infants or cattle to prevent BMMF transmission could potentially prevent the disease, but this solution is still far from implementation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. We appreciate your support and hope to see you again soon.